Friends, everyone knows about the struggles Ukraine is going through in these challenging times. Despite being rich in cultural heritage, natural beauty, and significant historical landmarks, and being agriculturally abundant, many invisible areas of Ukraine still need to be discovered. In this video, through various chapters, we will explore those significant invisible insights about Ukraine in a digital video book format. So, let's get started. Birthplace of Easter eggs. Imagine holding an exquisitely crafted egg with centuries-old narratives in every whirl and line. Ukrainian Easter eggs, pysanki, represent cultural legacy and spiritual meaning rather than only decorative accents. Pysanki existed before Christianity. Emphasizing the precise method of writing designs with wax before dyeing eggs in vivid colors, the word pysanka comes from the Ukrainian verb to write. Deep-meaning designs are not haphazard. Plant motifs represent expansion and rejuvenation, geometric designs represent eternity and harmony. Magical eggs were supposed to protect against evil spirits and guarantee an abundant crop in prehistoric Ukraine. Combining pagan and Christian customs, the eggs represented the resurrection of Christ as Christianity expanded. Pysanki honors the strength and longevity of Ukrainian culture. Every egg is a painting bearing the generation's hopes, prayers, and stories. Thus, remember that a beautifully adorned Easter egg is not only a holiday decoration the next time you come across it. Your object stands for cultural pride, harmony, and historical legacy. The breadbasket of Europe. Imagine a fertile land that feeds 500 million people. Visit Ukraine, the breadbasket of Europe. Not just a poetic nickname, this honors Ukraine's agricultural prowess. Chernobyl, a rich black soil that covers more than half the country, retains moisture and is fertile. Due to its fertile soil and climate, Ukraine is the world's largest exporter of wheat, maize, and sunflower oil. Ukraine's agricultural dominance is no new thing. Europe and beyond have relied on its grain supply. Ukraine exported $27.8 billion in agriculture in 2021, 41% of its total. Ukraine's 55% arable land supports this high yield, making it a global food security player. However, the conflict with Russia has severely impacted Ukraine's agricultural output, disrupting supply chains and raising global food prices. Due to its abundant natural resources and strategic location, Ukraine can reclaim its breadbasket status despite these challenges. The tragic Holodomor. Imagine a land where fertile fields once promised bountiful harvests, now turned into barren wastelands of despair. This is the hidden story of the Holodomor, a tragic chapter in Ukraine's history that many still do not fully grasp. Between 1932 and 1933, under the iron grip of Joseph Stalin, millions of people died because Ukraine was thrown into a fake famine that was so bad. Ukrainian peasants lost their food and their hope because of the Soviet regime's cruel policies, such as making farming into a forced collective and setting impossible grain targets. As food was taken away and sent abroad, whole villages went hungry. It's not just that bad policy led to the famine, it was also an act of violence meant to break the spirit of the Ukrainian people and erase their cultural identity. People around the world didn't know how bad this crime was for decades because the Soviet government forced everyone to keep quiet. The Holodomor is still a stark reminder of how terrible political control can be and how strong people can be in the face of unimaginable suffering. Tragic tale of Chernobyl, a peaceful night in a tiny Ukrainian village with a nuclear power station in the background. An explosion disrupts the peace, causing a global tragedy. The Chernobyl disaster resulted from human mistakes, faulty design, and unthinkable implications. The Chernobyl reactor for safety test on April 26, 1986, went completely wrong. A power surge caused explosions that ripped apart the reactor, releasing much radiation. The first bomb killed 2 workers, but the worst was still to come. Unaware of the lethal radiation, firefighters and factory workers heroically fought the fire, eventually dying. Pripyat was evacuated within days, but the radioactive fallout affected much of Europe. The Soviet authorities attempted to conceal the disaster, but the facts showed its magnitude. The Chernobyl tragedy exemplifies the dangers of nuclear power and has had long-term consequences for the environment and human health. Deep metro station, visualize falling down into the Earth's interior, where a secret is concealed beneath Kiev's busy streets. Located an astounding 105.5 meters below the surface, Arsenalna is the world's deepest metro stop. Constructed in the Soviet era, this station is an engineering marvel and an example of the tenacity and creativity of those who built it. Arsenal's depth is a trip rather than just a figure. Stepping onto the escalator, you begin an almost 5-minute fall into a chamber of neoclassical architecture that seems to be haunted by ghosts of the past. The station's distinctive design adds an aura of grandeur and mystery, which has white marbled pylons and a monochrome style. Arsenalna became a haven during the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, protecting citizens from the mayhem above. Initially constructed for transportation, this station represents optimism and a sense of community where people gather to sing, play for kids, and enjoy each other's company. Arsenalna is more than simply a metro stop. It's a secret haven where architecture, history, and human tenacity all come together to be discovered. So these were the 5 major invisible insights about Ukraine that give it a unique identity in the world. For more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel.